Welcome to a vlog style video. It's not really going to be vloggy, but I am going to show you my steps when I get an order or orders, what I do step by step. And I guess I accidentally already did a few steps, so I'm just going to kind of pretend, and then you'll get the idea. So let's just start and you guys can see what I do. Okay, so first up, obviously I get the order, and then I go and I actually personally choose to ask the person that ordered how wide they want the ring instead of making it an option. That's just how I do it. I don't know why. So they say their size, and then I ask them their width, and then I go and I write their name, and then I go and I write what the ring is right there, and then I go and I write the size and the width. This person ordered 2 rings. Lauren ordered 2 rings, and then let's see. And then I also have Jacob, who ordered a ring as well. So we're going to be making a blue glow and another blue and then a green. So that's what I do for this. I have the hard copy here. If I want to write it down somewhere else so I can see it another time, then I'll do that. But this is going to be like a place that I can go back to after I've already made it and everything like that. And then after I make it and ship it, I write shipped. And then I do that for the other ones as well. So I go into my drawer, I pick out the materials that I need depending on the sizes, and then we'll go from there. Okay, so I've gone ahead and pulled out this. I'm going to be using this for the size 5 blue, and then I'm going to use this piece that ended up being oversized for the size 7 glow ring. And the reason I'm doing it with this already cut piece is because this was a mess up from something else. So I'm just going to go ahead and use this. It's not going to do anything for the quality of the ring. It's going to be perfect. It's just going to save time. And then now for the green one, we're going to use this, and this is going to be a little tricky because it's pretty small, so we'll see how I cut that. So now what I do is I'll just load this one in. I go and I take chuck key. Oh, I took the belts off, that's why. Yeah, so I have this piece right here. I load it in. Yep, we're all good. And then I go take my calipers, and this one is going to be 5mm wide. So I usually go and I bring it to, generally you want to stick a millimeter over. So I'm going with 6mm, and then so like I said, I stick with 6mm because we're going for 5, so that gives me enough room for my parting blade. I'll go ahead and load that in. Okay, so now just be careful, check your clearance before you do this. This is not necessary, this is just how I do it. So go ahead on, take this, then you have a little marking. Bring your parting blade over. Okay, so I accidentally didn't hit film, but here's that. That was pretty straightforward. I mean, for that one. But for this one, it's gonna be, like I said, it's gonna be tricky. So I went ahead and I just marked it, and now I think I'm gonna have to cut this on a mandrel. So I'm gonna have to drill this out. Oh, cut it. And, put it on a mandrel, then cut it. Okay, so I went ahead and got it on there. I'm just going to go ahead and tighten it. Okay, so I have my green, my blue, and my blue. I don't know if the audio is bad now, but that doesn't matter. So that's pretty much it. And then now what I'm going to do is boring bar every single one of them out to the close to size I mean, like with this, it depends. You could choose half a size away, you could choose quarter size away. It's just up to how you do it. So just gonna do that, I'll video some of it, and then go on to the next step. So I just finished boring out all these. I'm a little bit worried about this one. It's a little thin on the one side, but we'll see. I might have to remake it, but those are good. And now we're gonna go ahead and start the next step. Just gonna go ahead and slap on . Now that I have these all rough machined, I'm now going to go and make sure they're all the right width. So if you know rings, you know that width is this part of the ring. So right now, they're all roughly, 6 millimeter. So yeah, so they all have to be 5 millimeter even. So, and generally you want to stay a little bit above that number because you're going to be sanding a little bit more of that material away. So I'm just going to go ahead and get them all sanded down. I'll video that. And then okay, so I just normally just take the ring, there's a bunch of different techniques you could do. The figure 8, or you could just do the circle, but just keep even pressure, and then you won't end up with a lopsided side. I like to call that the roughing phase, where everything's roughed in. Now we're going to go ahead and do the sanding, which is pretty much all that's left. So at this point you want to double check everything, make sure your size is close, make sure your width is close, and then you want to make sure that you're not too thick, because you can only sand so much away. And I mean, you could spend hours sanding it, but generally you just want to try and get pretty thin when you're roughing. So next step, new day, new shirt, I think. I don't really remember what I was wearing last time, but anyway, so we're back at this. So I did the roughing steps, and then I don't remember where I left the video off, but the next steps are sanding. So basically what I do is I just go step up in the grits all the way until you get to whatever grit you're gonna stop at, and then you usually just wanna figure out what kind of finish you're trying to achieve. So and then obviously there are different kinds of sandpapers, but generally just get a sandpaper. If you're starting out, there's like, you can go to Lowe's, Home Depot, just get sandpaper. But if you have been in it for a while, I definitely recommend getting it in bulk because it's a lot cheaper. Like I buy mine, I think it's 50 sheets, which is a lot cheaper in the long run, and then you don't have to continually have to run back out to the store and get more. So that's what I would advise, but it's pretty much self-explanatory. Just do it how you need to do it, and then I'll video it, and we'll see what makes it into the video. So real quick, I am going to give a little progress update. So right now, all the insides of the rings are to size and polished. And I would definitely, this is pretty self-explanatory, but what I normally do is I start with a lower grit and then I break the edge and then I do a little bit on the inside. And then I go up to the higher grits, and then that way it's all nice and shiny at the end. And then you go and you just polish it. Well, there's multiple ways to do that. So next, we're going to go ahead and put a mandrel on there, and then you'll see the rest of the video. Okay, so you just saw them being sanded on the outside and then also polished. So now they're all dirty and polish covered. So we're gonna go ahead and clean them up, and then I will show them off to you. And it's actually sunny out right now, so I can also make them glow. But that's pretty much it. That's straightforward ring. Just a regular one color resin ring. There's nothing crazy. In the future, I'll try and do more crazy designs, but for now, that's it. Obviously, you're definitely going to want to stay and see them glow. So this is them just after like 30 seconds in the sun, and it's also really, really bright in this room. I'm going to flip the lights off, and then you'll see them again. Yeah, thank you guys for watching, and I don't know what that was. Have a good week.